I mean, when you think about what we did, we were power football. The line was everything. This young man decided that being a lineman wasn't good enough, that he was going to get a couple touchdowns this year as well. So you're going to have a good year when your center gets a touchdown on kickoff and he rushes for a touchdown. I almost got another one as well. Great kid. I don't think I ever really had to yell at him. I mean, he always knew what was going on. Led by example, took control of the line. Had a great season. I coached him in flag, and he grew about 3 feet since then. So this year's Lineman Year Award goes to Ryan Winkwitz.
Not being much of a yeller, I'm not. This kid, I seem to be yelling at this kid a lot this year. We put him in a position, he'd go right, left, go the wrong hole. Always yelling at me, you get them eyes staring right at me, yes coach, yes coach. It always, but as the year went on, I noticed I wasn't yelling at this kid as much. I didn't have to talk to him as much. He was getting football, he was going to the right holes, he was doing everything correctly. And so this year, the most improved player goes to Drew Dorman.
Nervous? I don't think so. First of all, I want to say, guys, great job on your season this year. It was a pleasure coaching on. Days that I came to practice tired, you guys just picked me up, and I really appreciate that a great deal. This next award goes to a kid that I used to tell my son and both of my sons actually, that if you have a heart like this, you can conquer anything. This kid had a heart of a lion, and I've never seen anything like it in all my life of participating in football. I want to say to his parents, Rob, Jr., you are raising a model child. If you said, Jack, do this, he would just look at you, eye to eye and smile. Yes, coach! And I would say, oh my God, that's what I'm talking about.
Thanks, Coach.
The Coach's Heart Award goes to Jack Featherston.
All those guys out there.
Just to add Coach Stallworth about coming to practice every day with these guys. It's the truth. You have a terrible day at work, whatever's going on, get to the football field, and all of a sudden everything changes, and you remember this is what it's all about. This is the Most Valuable Defensive Player Award, which right real close to my heart. I always told the kids all season long, offense is just a necessary evil to get to the point where you can play defense. And I believe that. So this guy, I remember having a game plan against last year. Didn't really know I knew who he was, but I didn't until I took a look at the film and I went, oh my God, what are we going to do with this kid? This is last year. Now this year I get the privilege of being able to coach him and have all these guys put in their input. They've been around him, and it was real obvious what we were going to do with this kid. We're going to let him go absolutely nuts, and we're going to let him kind of dictate what he wanted to do, and that's really what we did. This is a kid you don't hold back. You kind of watch him through the course of a game, and you start to call plays that are going to work for him. You let him play the game of football the way he's supposed to play, especially on defense. This year's Most Valuable Defensive Player is Kyle Genter.
Good job.
all 80 pounds of them.
I had the privilege of giving out the offensive MVP, and this year for me it was one of those years that was very easy as a offensive back coach. I called them my four horsemen. I had running backs that any one of them could have played anywhere, and all four of them should have been starting at running back or fullback at all times. So we had a hard decision to make if what series you were playing that you had to play on the line. And I never heard one of them complain once when I said, hey, you got to go to tight end, or you got to go to guard, or you got to go to tackle. The kids never complained. And as a group, that was very impressive. But particularly out of the four, there's one that you're going to watch down the road. And this kid has vision that could see the play develop before it was there. He would see the hole slightly open, and he would just see that hole. It was just a thing of beauty as a coach to watch this young man hit that hole, run straight lines, and score touchdowns. And it was a pleasure. And I'm going to miss coaching him, but I'm going to love watching him. And I'm going to start watching him on Saturdays too. But I got a quick story for you. So before I tell you his name, he's going to figure this out soon. This is my 4th year of coaching, and I've never been knocked down. Never been knocked on my butt. About 2 weeks ago, I got knocked down, on my butt, knocked over. So before I handed this award out to Nicholas Stallworth, I want to put this helmet on just so they knock me out.
Valuable player, but yes, this team is, you guys all are the most valuable player because we were a team. I'm sure by now a lot of you have figured it out who it is. I want to talk about him for a minute. It's very rare to get a kid with the size, speed, football knowledge, and all-around ball skills. You see a kid this size, you think, well, he's a lineman. Well, that's not how I look at it. I like the boys like to run power offense, and this kid was big. We actually had 2 kids, Stallworth as well. We had 2 kids that were just under the weight limit, but they weren't linemen. They were fast. They had ball skills. They both could throw. They both could catch. Carter Linton, it was a pleasure coaching with you, and you were one of the nicest kids on that field, and it's my pleasure to announce you as our most valuable player.